And we're back here once again with another episode of the Cloud9 podcast, season 12, episode 14. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this episode of the Cloud9 podcast if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit that notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And as you guys know, I am going to be consistently uploading videos starting this week. I know you guys have enjoyed the videos that I put up so far, and you can look forward to more videos coming out like that. I have plenty of videos to not only clip from the Iron Man podcast episodes, but videos that I've already have planned on doing for the news that has come out. I just haven't got to it yet, but I'm going to get to it. Basically, moving up the production schedule, probably get about 2 news videos done a day till I'm done, until like the next cycle of news comes through to do more videos on, actually. And just want to let you guys know, the Cloud9 podcast is currently getting uploaded on Rumble, and we're currently on season 3 right now. Whenever I catch up with uploading all the episodes there, then this show is going to be streamed for obviously YouTube, and then Rumble and Twitch, actually. So it would just no longer be on X, actually, you know? But outside of that, hopefully you guys have had a great weekend, actually. You know, we had an action-packed League of Legends, weekend so far. The only games that I can't talk about right now specifically are the 2 semifinals that happened in the LPL. I'll be able to cover those more on Thursday. I watched pretty much everything else, actually. And I haven't got a chance to watch the DK Fear X series, but I can just get caught up on that pretty fast anyway. I know the results of it already. And yeah, we have Cloud9 crushing my hopes and dreams like they always do, actually.
Again.
So, yeah. And Jazz, what's going on? How you doing, dude?
I'm good, man. Just got the air conditioner. I thought it was balls in here. That's me. I'll be having this mic on all. Yeah, it's crazy. I saw that. I was coming back from a league challenge today. I guess I didn't do as high as I wanted to, but I was able to sell a good chunk of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Make some decent money.
Oh my god. The amount of shit I was able to pull plus the money I got back is ridiculous. I was off like a mini binder. I still got like a mega binder to sell.
Okay, just give it to me for free because you like me more.
Nah, I'm gonna give it a Dark Magician from was it
the Hello Kitty collection?
No. It's from
you know what I said? I'm gonna collect all those. I have Karibo, I have Blue Eyes, I have Dark Magician, and I got Dark Magician Girl today. I'm getting all of them.
If you get an extra Blue Eyes, just send it my way.
You want it? I have like 3.
Yeah.
I'll just send it in that package. I'll send it in that package I was gonna send you anyway. Okay. I swear to holy God, if you ever lose this, I will go to Connecticut and burn your fucking state to the ground.
Good thing is, I'll be waiting on getting a new tower. I'm not getting it. I'm getting it in a few weeks. I was supposed to go to Baltimore for a regional. I'm not able to work related stuff. The fucking thing about it is, I didn't know. Me reporting somebody, not reporting them trouble, because they came in late, and then I had to cover their shift. The person above them knows me covering their shift too many times. They're like, you know what? We're gonna fire her. Mm-hmm. Black girl,
really?
Always,
fucking
late.
Today we had 2 call-offs. I had to stay an extra hour because the dude just called off last minute, and the new California rules are. That's minimum wage change. Basically, they can't really force you to work if you don't want to.
Yeah.
So people can just call off and you can't get fired because of it. Honestly, that's just how it works now.
Connecticut's so the opposite. If it's
really?
A public, if it's a state, if it's something that's random, that's city or that's a public job like city or state, they can't fire you. But what they can do is they can reduce your hours to the point you quit.
Yeah, but how often do they do that though?
What, reduce people's hours?
Yeah.
What they'll do is they'll cut you down to a certain amount of hours per week. and they'll just have whoever, if depending on what the job is too.
And by whoever, they mean you.
No, I don't work for the city or state. I work for a private company. That's me. They can fire you.
Okay.
They can just be like, all right, cool. And that's what fucked me over because I had the vacation time. They didn't put it. They don't put the vacation days in the system until 2 weeks, just in case something happens. They already. That's me. This is what happens. I'm still. I'll be taking those days off, but I can't leave for Baltimore just in case somebody else calls out. Yeah,
all
that's
right.
me. I'll be getting. There's a way I can get overtime, but never have to actually work. It's a weird.
Well, to be fair, technically, don't you work like 50 hours a week anyway?
Yeah.
What's overtime considered in your state?
No,
Isn't like the average overtime like 40 hours? Like anything over 40 hours is overtime, right? Yeah. Well, as you guys know, we gotta go over some League of Legends actually because we had an action-packed week. I don't even know where to start, honestly. Let's just do LEC. No, let's just do the LCK. We'll do the LCK first because we had a very important match in the LCK. T1 versus KT. So this match meant that whoever lost this match will basically just be in the regional qualifier. So obviously, since KT lost, they're going to be in the first or second round, depending on the results of the playoffs, actually. And if T1 had lost, they would have been in the finals because they were in the LCK 2024 Spring Split Finals. And usually if you make the finals of a split, that gives you basically more points. And they would all obviously had enough points just even qualifying in the playoffs. So they would have been in the final round of the regional qualifier for the LCK 2024 Summer Split. So we had this big match between the two. And game one, I was watching it and it was pretty decently close because in the draft, what I liked what they did, because Zeus has been oddly hit or miss this split a lot. And then what really was good in this playoff match is he actually stepped up really, really huge. Coma drafted him. They drafted Olaf for him and KT had about three mids, 380 champions, so to speak, on their team. And that just led them down the road where Zeus just got a pentakill in game one. Not like he just straight up destroyed them just on the Olaf pick. And it makes sense that they would pick Olaf because if you're going to be having 80 mids and you're going to be carrying off basically more squishier targets in most team comps, actually, then picking Olaf makes perfect sense. Let me actually bring up the game right here. This will be easier to talk about for you guys. Just I like to bring up the games because people can visually see on screen what I'm talking about. So literally give me one moment, actually. And I mean, the only game that T1 really played badly was game two. I did not like what they were cooking in game two. I don't know what Coma was doing in that draft. That draft was bad in game two, but we'll go over that in just a moment. Just give me 1 second here. And then we're going to show you guys the game. All right, so game basically breaks open right when the pentakill comes through. Yeah, it's about right here. Okay, yeah, it's right here. So KT are taking Dragon. They had better Dragon control specifically in this game. Def taking Misfortune is pretty interesting because I don't typically see him as I'm going to take Misfortune and carry the game. Kuma Yusi actually taking Nyla is pretty interesting because a lot of people are going to go like, he plays Nyla? He actually has played Nyla before. He's played it quite a bit. I don't typically like her as an ADC. I don't really see the value of her all that much. You're basically just kind of putting all the engage onto yourself, but I'm pretty sure because I've only played her like once randomly, and that was in an ARAM. She can basically just go in and just knock people back, but that's pretty dangerous when you're thinking about the fact that your ADC has to inherently just go in and do that, right? So, and we also said one of the best ways to exploit KT in the series was that you were going to have to just, destroy Perfect. And Perfect had a really, really bad series. Game 3 or game 4, he just got completely
Perfect wrecked. Wasn't perfect.
I hate you. Why do you do this to me?
Hey, man. Some of these people got some names like Impact had Impact against
actual Impact.
Sniper. He had actual impact against Sniper.
So,
yeah.
oh god, someone would say he got sniped really badly, actually, yesterday. All right, and so this fight goes off right here. So he actually got a pinnacle on Olaf. I didn't see it on screen initially when he got the pinnacle on Olaf.
Yeah, I
was
saw
like,
that
holy
shit.
shit, this guy's running them down. And people have to factor in, if you pick Olaf can just go to the backline and wall down all these guys.
That's why I told you. You kept saying, "Oh, team one look bad." I was like, give it time, man. Give it time.
Game 2, they look like shit. Game 2, they look bad.
No. Game 2, that was an absolute tragedy.
Game 2 draft. Oh my god, who let Lil Bro cook? No more cooking coma. Just picked basic shit. It's okay. But at least in game 1, Carrier landed his ult, and then basically
was that
yeah, what?
Was game 2 the Lee Sin game?
Yes, game 2 is the Lee Sin game.
Oh yeah, I don't know what the fuck that. I saw that shit. I was like, all right, cool. This will be.
I was thinking to myself, like, why are they picking this troll draft in a series where you literally have to win the series to keep your like?
I'm gonna tell you why, because T1 knew KT wasn't a threat, and in game 3 showed why.
Yeah. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying, like, you're gonna pick a draft like that in basically an elimination series for your season. So I think their mindset behind it was, if we can pick something like this and win, they're just going to be mentally demoralized for game 3. But kind of turns out they were just going to just play through it. Like, I'll be honest here, if it wasn't for BDD, a lot of their series would have not went that way. I mean, BDD like really carried their series for the most part. It was on Smolder. I mean, Zeus getting Olaf and just running down their back line. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. People are like, well, why can't they defend him? Olaf just pops his ult and runs back there and kills you. There's really honestly nothing you can do unless you can somehow chunk him out before a team fight and bait him before it. There's really honestly nothing you can do. Like, that's why I said he should not get this Olaf pick anymore in the series. And guess what happens, guys? He gets it again in game 3 because these guys are stupid. That's just a KT thing. Hey, this actual champion is running us down and completely ruining our strategy. You want to get rid of it? Nah. What? You do not have to play against it at all. You could just like get rid of it. You don't have to deal with it. But
exactly.
But no, they did, and they actually win game 1. Faker played good in games 3 and 4. Game 1 and game 2, he was, I guess, I don't know, just not there mentally. Probably needed some coffee. Does Perfect and Faker look alike? Do they not? They look the same.
I gotta see what Perfect looks like again.
1 second, I'm gonna go back just a little bit. Perfect looks just like Faker. Like, bro, I'm not gonna say all Asians look the same, but
okay, I am just saying. I'm gonna go to LL Esports. I'm gonna look at the teams.
Because throughout the series, I didn't really feel like KT really did much outside of just BDD carry. Yeah, he's right there. Did he look like Faker? He looks like Faker, does he not?
No, there's another player he looks like. Perfect. You said Perfect, right?
Yeah.
There's another player he looks like. It's not. There's another person he looks like. Not Faker though.
And right here, Owner steals the dragon in game 1. So KT had been stacking Drakes. They needed this Drake. This was Hextech Drake, and then I'm
gonna tell you this. KT's backup ADC hype kind of looks like Gumi Yusi without glasses. Him and Pout, the backup middle laner, kind of looks like Thieves. There's a little bit, but gone KT's gone to you'll look at Pout and look at hype and tell me they don't look like Gumi Yusi and Thieves in the face. I was like, God damn, these motherfuckers kind of look alike. And the casting kind of looks like Carrier if Carrier was a little taller. I was like, God damn. But yeah, I saw that.
So they steal the dragon from KT. Yeah. So KT's entire plan of Drake stacking is just gone. Owner just walks in there and takes it. Actually, Zeus ended up popping his ult early. That's the only way to stop him is if you just force him to pop it early. Because if he just pops it early, Olaf's nothing essentially. Because Renekton would be slightly better in team fights than him. Yeah. But the Guruyusi's like, I'll just go in. Keep in mind, he actually almost threw the game earlier when he went mid and did that, and he had no follow-up, but this time around, he had follow-up, he went in, he had the damage, and it worked, actually.
Yeah.
I was like, this man is just insane. He's just insane.
That's the thing about now. When you finally get the damage, it's GG's.
Oh, so she is actually pretty strong when she actually can hit you. Like, talk about a woman. All right, so they actually win game 1. In game 2, I don't know what they were cooking here. You can't pick Aatrox right now because there's way too many long-range champions in the meta to play against Aatrox. I mean, arguably just Smolder alone.
Aatrox and Lilia kind of work, but Aatrox always got to be flanking. You're right about Yasuo. Yasuo just didn't work.
Yasuo has no value here. There's no knockups. There's no knockups at all. There's nothing. Unless he's counting on Zeus, the Aatrox Q.
Counting on Carrier with Lee Sin.
Yeah, but that's just you only have that. This is a horrible draft. This is the worst draft they've ever did. It's probably the worst draft they did all year.
I don't know what the fuck Lee Sin picked for. I'm watching it and I was like,
I thought that was going to Owner. I thought they were going to do that. I thought they were going to play Yasuo bot, honestly. And I was like, wait a minute, you picked Lee Sin support? Is this guy out of his mind? This is
the minute I saw Lee Sin get picked, I was like, oh, that's going to carry, isn't it? It's not going. It's not going Owner. No, it's not going Owner.
Lee Sin support. What is with this guy's brain? He just has to do it. At one point in his career, he's got to be like, man, he's going to pull something else out of his ass randomly. Don't know what it is, but it will be something.
That's why if T1 gets back to World Finals, he's going to find a way to play luck, even if they lose. He's going to find a way to play luck because he wants that luck skin. He's not stupid. Because last year there was no count that Lux would have fitted. Even though I no offense, as bad as Weibo was, he could have just picked Luck game 3 in.
Dude, I'll be honest here. They could have picked 5 Teemos and they had to beat Weibo. That team was shit.
The Owner could have picked Teemo Jungle and Carrot.
Teemo Jungle. If he picks Teemo Jungle, I'll be a T1 fan at that point.
Once Weibo tried to 3v1, they took all 3 of them out and it died. I was like, nah, this game's over. This series is over. Just give the championship to T1. Weibo can't do shit. Oh my god. What was it?
Gamer Chick.
What is it?
What's up, Gamer Chick? How you doing? Hopefully not a dildo. Lady, I put dildos inside of women and they love it. And they make love to me.
Deshae?
Yes.
Deshae only had like 5 kills in the whole from quarters to finals. He had more kills. He had more kills on Graves in game 1 against BLG than he did in the entire finals, actually. Yeah, that's what I was like, what the I was like, oh, come on. I saw that shit. I was like, yeah, throw this fucking team out. Throw this team out. And, oh, dude. Oh, man.
I'm sorry. One second.
When we get to Thursday, oh, my God. Weibo did it again.
Doing all right? I'm glad you're having a good night, lady. So yes, so I get the idea behind Yasuo because Yasuo can duel ADCs very well. Obviously, in the mid lane, he could duel Smolder very well. He has a win wall. He could outduel him. The problem here with this comp is that there's just no knockups. And after this fight, so they win this fight, and I'm like, okay, they could probably win the game. They're gonna win a scrappy fight like that. That didn't happen at all. They just started losing the entire game, and you're just like, oh, okay, T1, no more cooking. So then in game 3, they actually decide to just blow out Perfect for the rest of the series. And by blowout, I mean like he got bent over and destroyed. He actually was getting completely railed the entire series anyway, outside of game 2 when he had whole help from Piosik. But this game, holy mother of God, he was just getting railed every single time. KT was just losing it. You put Gumayusi back on Varus, you put Keria on an engaged support. I'm pretty sure Owner had been on Lilia the entire time. So obviously that was having an impact in the series. And then in game 4, Zeus is like, all right, just give me the Vayne. And then not only does he crush Perfect on Vayne, they end up putting Perfect in a situation where they take both of his first two turrets to put him so far behind that even later in the game, when P06 stole the Baron, it didn't matter because T1's comp was so far ahead in gold, they just destroyed them. What is this Ezreal priority for people? Oh my god, I just can't stand looking at Ezreal.
Ezreal's good, but Ezreal's very like I want to pick Ezreal as Karma. That's
they're picking it for lane dominance. They're picking it so like, okay, we'll dominate them in lane, and then we'll just translate our lane leads out of it.
It's like I'm gonna tell you why that doesn't matter.
Well, that's not gonna work against that's not gonna work against Gumushi and Keria. That'll work against other people, not against them.
That too, but you also gave over you let how you put it, they get Vayne and Smolder to like Smolder didn't really have much of an impact.
That's only 14 minutes in. Look at that. 14 minutes in, 126 CS to 68. He had boots, a sword. Man almost had a completed item. God.
That's why I said it didn't matter. That's why I said it didn't matter. It didn't matter what the bot lane was. Your fucking top lane is getting cooked. Veins over here just the CS amount is just way too far ahead. It's like, yep.
And they noticed that Zeus was doing so well top lane. They just so then KT swapping bot, thinking that's gonna do anything. When they know, okay, we'll just take the other tier 2 turret. He can't do anything. He popped his ult. Keep in mind, before this right here, he popped his ult. Keep in mind, right here. He pops his ult when T1 go up there to gank him for no reason. Yeah. He's not even gonna die. He's not going to die. I promise you, he will not die in that situation. So after they kill Faker here, Zeus and Keria try to basically kill Perfect right there. And then he pops his ult. He doesn't need to. So when they push him in, he can't even defend the turret. Like, I fail to understand why he did that, though. Maybe he thought there was going to be another person there, but that wouldn't make any sense because they just saw they killed Faker. He just saw they killed him. He wouldn't be there. And why does he pop his ult? Why? What was the reason to do that? Man's is out here like brain dead or something. Like, what the fuck? Man popped his ult and this guy like 2/3 of his health. He can't defend this turret. He's screwed. Now he's out of the game. They're basically playing 4v5 at this point. He's useless. Renekton is worthless at this point. And then it didn't honestly matter if P06 sold a Baron. They're playing 4v5. It doesn't matter.
It was actually even worse. It was worse because they were when he stole the Baron. They were all mispositioned for them to just get killed. It was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then keep in mind they had already killed Barrel beforehand, so they have no speed up from Karma. Like, Karma's supposed to beat them up. Those no speed ups. He went in and stole it. I mean, this does look pretty impressive. I don't know why T1. Oh, I can see why they backed up. Their whole front line was coming at their squishies. Okay, that makes sense. But good lord, imagine stealing a Baron and then losing. Bro, they got 2v2. My God, this is pathetic. KT,
okay,
please.
Okay,
KT, please, stop it.
Okay, was it this Baron or was it? No, it was the next Baron. Because they got this one. It might have been
this one or the next one. Yeah, they got this one. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, T1 got this one. It was the next one, but the next one's what got them, like, that's when they lost. So I remember. Yeah,
okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah. So they do chunk out most of them, and Perfect right there frontlining as if like he's actually a Renekton. This man he has to go back and recall. He has to recall. He can't even be here. He can't be in the fight. He has no ult. So now he has to recall. He's hoping to come back. He does have his TP, but arguably he's just see that's not going to make any difference. P06 does get in here. I don't think T1 really have an effective way of stopping him other than he just flashed in blind and stole it. Like,
nah.
Luck,
I think T1 actually let him go in there. It made sense. You give over to Baron, but if you kill them, who has the buff?
Yeah,
whoever's alive left, and who died? Okay, that's me. P06 doesn't. Yeah, P06 doesn't have the buff. He's dead. Who else? Somebody else goes down. I think somebody else.
Beryl has no summoner spells either, so he's instant dead. Like Karma with no summoner spells is useless. And then they have Perfect. Our great tank god Renekton, BDD got like almost practically one shot.
BDD got no Baron buff because the Baron buff comes when you recall back to the base and all that. Boom, who gets sniped? Done. And then guess what? It just end off game. Imagine getting the Baron and then they end off game. Like
that was actually a really impressive play from Piosik too. He just flashed it and stole it blind. It didn't matter. Just keeping this far behind.
The way T1 was playing, I think that was on purpose. And not saying like, of course, Piosik, he's great at stealing Barons. We seen it from the RX days. It was like, but everything after just went completely wrong. Because that was a one-way trip. You go in, he wasn't coming back out.
If he doesn't blind flash steals that, they lose anyway. Because they were losing the entire game.
Oh, yeah.
They were like not like Renekton is so far behind. At that point in the game, all he has is Sterix Gauge and Stride Breaker. Zeus has Trinity Force, Kraken Slayer, Rapid Fire Cannon, and a QSS. Yep, KT, if you're playing like that, get in the gauntlet and go on vacation if you lose. I don't care. What level of fucking team is that? It's actually crazy. Holy shit. Holy God, man. All right, let's talk about the LEC. Let's talk. Oh, my God. These are certainly some of the series of all time. I'll tell you that. Oh, my God. Okay, so this is where we're at in the LEC. If BDS had beaten G2, BDS would have qualified for Worlds, so would have G2. Then the match between Fnatic and Mad Lions would have been the World match, right?
Technically, BDS wouldn't have qualified.
Okay.
Whoever got to the finals.
Okay, so the match between Mad Lions and Fnatic was the World's qualification match, right?
Yeah, pretty much whoever would have won between those two would have qualified for World.
Yeah, so if G2 wins against BDS, since G2 has more points and Fnatic and Mad Lions have more points than BDS, then that means they qualify. So yeah, it really just hinted on BDS.
If BDS wins, whoever wins between Fnatic and Mad Lions goes to Worlds. Yeah. And then the final World spot is in the lower bracket between BDS and whoever lost.
Yeah.
Between Fnatic and Mad Lions. But if G2 wins, everybody in the upper bracket automatically gets put through. That's mean we got motherfucking Mad Lions who ran it down all fucking year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mad Lions was good in winter. Spring, I don't even know what the fuck they were doing. Then they were so bad from spring to summer. They were 1-7. They basically got in because Vitality just threw their entire season away. But they were bad too. But like they kind of got in because the other teams that were kind of worse than them at the time played even worse that week. They kind of had an easier through the schedule to get in. They actually got into the playoffs, actually almost beat BDS. And then right after that, you're like, oh, are they back? No. Merwin is just potentially a fat choker, and being fat and a choker, you can definitely see it from him. And then they lost another match. Did they not? No, they were in the lower bracket. I think they were in the lower bracket for Mad Lions.
In the summer?
Yeah. No, they lost to someone else after that. They lost to I think they lost another match after that. But they ended up losing it in summer anyway. And then they got to season finals, and then they actually put down G2 into the lower bracket. And then all they have to do now is just win one more series. This will go on just Mad Lions Fnatic series. This was just, I don't even know what to classify in this series, honestly. People are going to look at Game 5. Game 5 was just like...
Game 5 was good till it wasn't. Fuck. It was literally this is what happens when you don't see the win con and you're about to do a move that's going to cost you the game. But then the last second, you see the win con, you're like, wait a second. No one's in base. Well, that's like me walking around in your front door, just taking all your shit and walk out. And you do nothing about it because you're over at the barbecue trying to do something else. They were trying to get the dragon, I think Elder Dragon say, and forgot their base was open. What the fuck? And by the time they, recalled back in, it was too late. Fnatic already cracked your nexus. what the fuck? That glorious series ended on that sour note. That's like a movie when you know what that series felt like? The Mist. All that good shit happened just for everybody to die at the end because motherfucker didn't realize if I just would have went back to the base 5 seconds earlier, we could have kept it. And I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. This must be karma for the way it ended with G2. You motherfuckers didn't realize. Fnatic just looked over and was like, it's not like, do I go get pussy or do I go get the money? The dragon's pussy in a sense. It's like, do I go get the girl or do I chase this? And he just walked right in. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Not like this.
Mad Lions. Oh no. No.
All the hard work.
G2 beat BDS.
No, they're so lucky that
They're
like
so
G2 decided not. No, they're so lucky that G2 decided not to play Game 5. Because you know that if Mad Lions was in the lower bracket, BDS beats them.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fucked up part. BDS just got fucked because G2 just decided. And then I saw someone on Reddit said G2 didn't want BDS at Worlds. Because think about it, who are the 3 best teams last year? G2, Fnatic, Mad Lions.
Yeah.
Somebody said G2 didn't want BDS at Worlds, and they decided to lose on purpose to knock BDS out because they didn't trust Mad Lions to do it. I was like, that's a fucking conspiracy theory. But if G2 3-0's Mad Lions, that conspiracy theory could be true. Because they ain't no way in hell. And then G2 just gets back to the finals, beats Fnatic. They're the season finals. They get the LC gold, like the brick road. Jesus. Mm-hmm. If G2 wins season finals, just throw
the LEC brick yellow.
just throw this whole region out. Just throw this whole region out.
They can perform the yellow brick road. Hey man, like I told you before, they have the LEC road they can look forward to. They can't win worlds, but you can win all the LEC titles. Whatever that's worth, actually. All right, so we had Fnatic versus Mad Lions Koi. Okay, so the first game, Mad Lions actually just turbo stomped them into the dirt. They just beat the shit out of them in game 1.
Fnatic did log in. Like I was like, Fnatic, are you there? Are you there?
Okay, all right. They just woke up. It's okay. It's fine. They were not awake in this game 1.
Guess what? That I'm about to remix the Jack Carlos side. It was 5 bots and they weren't in sync.
Oh my god! Remember in a game, it was game 2 or game 3.
Yeah,
Oscarinin on Gnar is challenging Nidalee level 1. What is this guy doing? And he just gets solo killed. What is this? What is this? What are we doing? Why is my top laner inting? Like, what the fuck is going on? Guys, game 1. You don't need to watch game 1. They just curb stomp these guys. It's terrible how bad they beat their ass in fucking game 1. Holy mother of God. So basically, how about we start it like this? You want to start off game 2? This is game 2. Let's start off game 2. Start off with some fun right here. Okay. Game 2 basically went, okay, Mad Lions were winning. Then they throw in the mid game, and then Fnatic catch it. And the Fnatic win more. And then Mad Lions beat them again. Then Fnatic get back, and the Fnatic win that game. That's literally game 2 is literally just hot potato. That's all it is. That is a hot potato game. I want you guys to see top lane. What the hell's going on? Okay, he's level 2. He's level 1. Spear, auto, pounce. Okay, go up, pounce again, out, auto. Spear, auto, dead. He just got clapped. If that ever happens to me on stage, I'm getting off and I'm leaving. That man just put his fucking foot all in your ass in level 1. Like, god damn. Yeah. Okay. Oh, all right, dude. All right, man. You got it. Your dick's too big for me. Holy shit. Oh my god. And then throughout most of the series, I felt like Supa and Alvaro were actually playing a little bit better than Noah and Jun. Noah had an okay series. He was all right. But it's just such a weird series because it ends up on such a sour note. You're like, huh, this kind of sucks. Like, were Mad Lions weaker than them? I don't know. Because it looked like they had control most of the series, though. You know? I think because Q Factor and Oscar Renan at some point was so bad, they bro, just get on Kennen. Just get on Kennen and try to make stuff happen, please. Like, it's, God, holy shit. Like, El Yoya could have did a much better job of going down bot. I feel like he never actually went bot at all to help them throughout most of the series. It was mostly just focusing on getting Merwin ahead. Now, if you have a Nidalee lane, you want to make sure she gets ahead but the thing with Nidalee is I don't understand the Nidalee priority. Like with some of these champions, like Nidalee doesn't offer really anything outside of just lane dominance. But you'd have to break the game open so wide, like I broke Lennon's pussy open wide, to the point where it has any effectiveness. I'm just pointing out.
That shit was already broken.
Hey. She dating a chicken Lido right now. Good Lord. What else is here?
She probably dated the Mexican guy that she was talking about.
I don't know what she does anymore. Maybe she's getting her ass eaten out by a taco. Fucking hell.
Yeah, because she ain't getting piped up by a black man. That's for sure.
I'm the black man she's getting piped down by.
You white.
Oh, I'm just kidding. If I was really like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm white. Yeah. And then, Merwin's like, okay, I'll beat you in game 2. And then Oscar Renan's like, okay, I'll just pull out big black man. Oscar Renan's like, you know what? I'll just play Cassante.
Like, all it shows is pull out Cassante. I swear to God, that's the fucking cheat code at this point. Just pull out the big black.
He sure couldn't pull out Gnar. That was criminal to watch him play Gnar. That was bad. I was like, okay, dude, just play Cassante and Kennen. Well, starting with
except for game 5. The only good game he had, was game 5. Was it game 5?
Yeah, that one Kennen flank he did to pull them back in. That was the only thing he did well the entire series. He actually basically ran it down every single game. I don't know who's worse, him or Humanoid at running it down. Humanoid had a terrible series. Actually.
Apparently, did you see the interview clip? They said that if Humanoid knows they're not going to win, he soft ints.
Well, we see that.
He's soft.
I've watched this guy ever since he started, since he was on Splice in 2019. And whenever there's games, you can tell when he feels like he doesn't have faith, his team can win it or he can't carry it.
Yeah.
And this is how bad this is right here. Look, forget about Humanoid. Look at what Noah just did there. He could have survived. Look what this fat fuck was doing. Okay. He dodged it. Cool. He's out. Okay. He dodged the what's Brent? Oh, I forgot Brent's ult. The fucking hell. Glacial Fissure.
Yeah, Glacial Fissure. And he goes back into it.
Walked back in it.
Yeah, he probably
dodged everything and then just walked back into it.
And then
he probably was hungry.
And then Humanoid, he
goes in. Why did he flash? He didn't even get the kill. Or what is he doing? He actually played a horrible series. This man was just running.
Oh no, he was absolute trash. Absolutely.
Remember how we were e-fapping that one Fnatic Legends and Legends in Action episode? Razork said there's players on the team that just come in all fucked up and int. We thought he was talking about Noah. He probably was.
No, Noah doesn't. Like, okay. This is what Razork meant from what a lot of people are saying. Mm-hmm. Noah doesn't intentionally int. He just doesn't know what to do in the right moment. That's not intentional. He's just stupid.
So he's just all hands, no brain. Fuck. Oh.
From what Razork said, Noah's not the smartest person. He's very mechanically talented when he chooses to, but he just has confidence issue.
Because he was talking about players just running it on the team. Because we know he was talking about Noah. He might have been just talking about Humanoid. Humanoid
Humanoid the one that's off ends. He intentionally ends.
Yeah, he was playing like such ass shit in this series. Like he made a few good plays here and there, but I don't really remember a game where he like really stood out though. Like I was like, man, this man, there's no way he's worse than Frescowie. And Frescowie actually didn't have a bad series himself, honestly. And then, guys, we get to game 5. The illustrious game 5, and with the side of Hulu ads. Actually, thank you, Hulu. Thank you for the ads, Hulu. Thank you. Okay, so it got to a point in the series where Mad Lions were dragon stacking. They had played around the objective very well the entire game. And obviously, if you have a Mumu, you can easily just get in there, banish toss, smite, get the dragon, right? And then a problem in the series that Mad Lions kept running into was that, okay, in game 5, if you're going to put Supa on something, he probably doesn't need to be on Ezreal because he was not going to be that effective. And anytime Supa pretty much is ahead, I'm never confident this guy can really pull it through, okay? Then you also have Nidalee, and I keep mentioning this. Nidalee is basically a useless champion outside of laning. And he got decently ahead in the game, but he never could really effectively blow open the game like you would in the early game. Kennen would just offer a lot more and then some, even if he's just slightly going even. So it gets to this point where Fnatic definitely want to stop them from dragon stacking. Oscarinen goes in and his Slicing Maelstrom does pretty much nothing. And he himself, my bad about that. Oscarinen goes in and he basically gets, he ends up helping kill Elyoya and Alvaro. Fnatic later on get the Baron, and they also have now themselves another Drake, so it extends the game a lot more, okay? So Humanoid was decent on Corki in this game. Razork pulled out Sejuani. I mean, just for me personally, I really don't like seeing players like Razork and Inspired on Ivern. I don't really feel like they should be playing the supportive carries, but it's what you got to do when you're in a team environment. And then Fnatic choose to go in right here when they don't really even have a wave. They themselves get chunked out. Humanoid gets bursted down really fast, and Noah still has his summoner spells up, but that's pretty much it because Humanoid also has his flash. So Mad Lions are like, okay, we'll just get them off this. And then Fnatic are like, okay, we'll just go barrel down mid. And they ended up they took the inhibitor. And then right there, Elyoya probably should have went in if he was going to, because Razork ended up missing his ult anyway. Razork misses his ult, and then they know the Sejuani ult is not there because Mad Lions want to sneak to get the Elder because that would give them an insane buff when they would team fight again. But the thing here to understand is if Fnatic just goes straight mid, because the inhibitor turrets, the inner turrets of your base are really, really soft now, they'll just go down. They just destroy like paperweights. So remember, Mad Lions want to get Elder Drake, but and Fnatic know that, and then they're like, okay, see you guys later. Goodbye. Wait, what? What? What are you guys doing? Go back! No! Mad Lions! What are you doing? Walk back to your base. Game's over. They're stupid. They're just
I saw this shit. I was like, wait a second. They're not gonna fight? Oh, they don't need to fight. Oh my god, they just left the front door open.
They better not ever be in a Michael Myers movie. Just saying. He walking in that house.
No. This is the definition of a horror movie where you have a chance to get out, but you decide to go back in the house and you get murked. It's like, you had the way out. Bitch, you had the keys. You had the motherfucking car right there. Oh, but let me go in the house real quick. Nigga, what? Oh, they looked at you, just kept walking, and you...
Them. They know where all of them are at. They can see them. They know because Fnatic know they want that Elder Drake, but Fnatic want that butthole. They want that ass. I want to get inside that shit.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to get inside. Like, okay, right here at this moment, you need to actually go and chase them down. Because people said they sent Merwin back. Guys, Merwin is a Nidalee. Nidalee does nothing. They sent Nidalee back. And what's she gonna do? Throw a spear at the Sejuani? She just eats that like nothing.
The three people that you needed to send back were Elyoya, Frescawi, and Alvaro.
Yeah,
the two tanks, or the one engaged, the one tank,
and then they let Oscarinen just Protobell to stop their bases because the build is Protobell Zanya's. Remember that game that guy played Kennen and he first built Death Cap and I was like, all right, game over, it's over. Just throw that shit away. I told him the build. He was like, how do you build Kennen? Protobell, Zanya's, Death Cap. He built Death Cap, Crypto Bloom first, and I was like, it's gonna be one of the games of all time apparently.
That happened with somebody that played Sejuani and he built They built Warmogs first. I was like, oh, we're fucked. This Sejuani is so squishy. Warmogs? Warmogs? That's what you built?
Dude, yeah.
I can understand Heartsteel. Honestly, if it's me, I would go. I realize if you need a armor early game, you gotta go Jack Show, then Heartsteel. It's gonna take longer, but honestly, if your champion that can get health easily, you gotta go Jack Show first. You need armor because they're gonna poke right through you if you have to engage. And I saw this shit. I was like, Fnatic go just go right for the front
No,
door.
I was watching a series, and I'm gonna be honest here. This is probably one of the better series we've watched from the LEC all year. All year, the series has been pretty bad in best of fives. This is actually a pretty entertaining one, despite how low quality it was for a good middle part of it. And it ends like this. Guys, I know they can see them. They're running towards their base, and they have wards in there. We know they can see them. But like they said, well, Merwin went back. Yeah, great. The Nidalee with no CC goes back. That's great. That's awesome.
The squishiest champion of your team goes back.
And she got insta blown up right there. That's why Nidalee's a trash champion. He can't do anything. Look at Razor. He's like, motherfuckers is retarded, bro.
We did it.
So dizzy. We dizzy, man. They dizzy. Fuck Spanish people. Fuck them taco bitches. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a
no one rather that was Razor's idea to let's just
walk in the base. You just walk in.
And then he's like,
there's no rush.
If I let me watch the voice content. Like, I can't believe that actually worked. I'm like, Matt Lyon's gonna be saying it in Spanish, like, oh my god, we're fucking idiotas. Yeah, you're idiotas. You're fucking stupid. Y'all let the niggas walk right in your front door. You got it in a moo. You got it in a moo. You told me he could have grabbed one of them motherfuckers? A moo. That's what he does.
Oh god,
man. And y'all let Oscar and stop you. Oh my god. Throw this whole team out. This team's going to Worlds. This team, just think about that. Because D2 decided to.
You guys thought this series was bad. Now that just in a second, G2 BDS might just was one of the series ever of all time. At least this series was decently exciting up to the very end. That G2 BDS series was just like
BDS. The first two games was exciting because you saw BDS was going 3-0 G2, and then someone said in the chat, we've seen this before. Oh, BDS is up 2-0, and then someone on the cast said, I think we saw this before. This might not end well for BDS. And then 3 games later, you're like, oh fuck. All they needed was one game. And each game got worse and worse. I was like, oh no. Oh, game 3, they get stomped out.
Here's the story of this series. Game 1 was what we said it was going to be. It was going to be decently back and forth in the early game, and the mid game was going to be back and forth. And then BDS just, because they had the kills on the right carries, and they kind of picked off certain people at certain team fights in certain places, they won game 1. Game 2, it was just more like somewhat similar, but BDS just out-team fought them. But then again, keep in mind, dude, in game 2, they weren't really... Game 2 was actually pretty close.
Yeah.
They didn't really win game 2, I would say, pretty convincingly. Because remember, their base was getting broken into in game 2 very, very bad. Like, they were actually losing the macro game for the most part of it. But they ended up having a better team comp in game 2. And then you're like, okay, well, BDS is up. They're up. Wait a minute. I know this story before.
Yeah, I see this shit.
Whoa. The script is written. They got reverse swept by Mad Lions. They got reverse swept by Fnatic last year in the season finals. They got reverse swept by Fnatic this year. Is it 4 times the charm? Wait, if it's 3 times the charm, what's the 4th one? 4 times you're out, or 4 times you're I get to fuck your bitch? Like
4 times I figure the mom's gooch. But we're not gonna talk about that. 4 times, but guess what? 4 times means BDS ain't going to Worlds.
Yeah. I'm not kidding, guys. Every game got worse. So then game 3, they just beat the living. They're like, Caps is like, okay, I'll pull out my dick now. I'll have to show him who's boss. I gotta do it. God, game 3 was just like, okay, this is getting pretty bad. Game 4, Okay, so game 4 went just like how game 1 they probably thought it would have went, but game 4 just went their way. Because game 4 was decently back and forth, but it went better for them because they had a better comp. And then game 5, they just stomped them out. They just actually just stomped them out.
Yep.
And then BDS are out. So BDS, no Worlds this year, because last year they got lucky because they allowed 4 LEC teams to go in last year. No BDS this year for Worlds 2024.
Technically 3 got in the last one.
I forgot. Yeah, last year they did the play-ins.
But it didn't matter because Golden Guardians was just so cheeks. Oh, we made a World jersey for you. Didn't that being your last time you ever played? Ain't that a bitch? With an L. You took a fat L as your last time we ever saw you play. With a fat L.
Oh, not even just take a fat L. They created a World's jersey to get blown out in one series. Whew. That is going to be certainly one of the moments in esports history. They created a special World's jersey for a play-in best-of-5 series, and then they lost 3-0. And then the org disbanded from the LCS, actually. They ended up just selling. They just not even sold their slot. They just sold the slot back to Riot. They just took some fuck-all money and then just, got it back from Riot. So the Team BDS ended up getting reverse swept by G2. And this is the problem with the BDS series the entire time, man. This is the problem with them. The players just aren't good enough when it comes to when it pushes to a certain point,
Yep.
We're at a point now with BDS where Nook can have some impactful series.
Yeah.
Here and there. Hold on, one second. Hear myself. Very good. Okay.
Yep.
Give me 1 sec. You sound a little different now.
No, I'm good. No, Mike's a little further up. That the fan doesn't, interfere.
Oh, you're good. You're good like that. Okay, you're good right.
Yep.
Okay. What was I saying? Oh, fucking hell. Oh, BDS. Jesus Christ. Okay. So BDS' season is over.
Yep.
Adam looked like a straight clown in that series. I don't even know what he was doing in that series. He's just.
I don't know. I've given up on Adam. I don't know what the fuck he does anymore.
Man.
He played League of Legends. Yeah,
Shale I felt bad for Shale for a little bit. He was trying.
He was trying his ass off.
But you can't win with people like Nook. Nook is the player that'll be in the NBA. People will know his name because he's been there forever, but you don't know him for anything. He's not good at nothing. Nook is really good at anything. He'll have a carry game here and there, but the difference in how many carry games he'll have versus how many carry games he consistently has is just not there, honestly. And oh my God, Lebrov, just please, can we stop employing this guy in the LEC? Can we please stop employing this guy? He's so trash. He's just so bad. Stop employing Lebrov, please. This man's just a check stealer. Do people not see those fucking games? Do people not see the Rakan game where Ice died? I think it was one of them where Ice died and he just ran back in and killed himself. Bro has just lost his mind. And Ice on anything that's basically not a late game carry is just pretty meh, honestly.
Yeah.
To be fair, if you're BDS, we'll probably go into more on Thursday. To be fair, if you're BDS, you got your money's worth for this roster. You got a bunch of odd, okay, decent players to get you some decent results. And it netted you 4th. It got you the season finals. But, I'd imagine most of the roster is going to be not the same going into next year. I mean,
if you're BDS, who do you keep? If you had to keep one person.
Well, all their contracts are up. So I don't know if they would retool their. I don't know if they would retool their entire roster. I know for sure Labrov is gone. Labrov for sure is gone.
Did Ice come or what?
1-year contract. They probably thought that he was probably gonna end up not panning out because they would probably end up bringing back Crowny. I was like, wait a minute, why does he have a 1-year contract? Oh, they probably thought they're gonna bring back Crowny if Ice didn't pan out very well, but he ended up panning out pretty okay. It's interesting. They actually were closer to making Worlds last year with Crowny than they did with Ice.
Yeah, they actually made Worlds with Crowny.
That is true. Yeah. Now, to be fair, there was the added World spot there, but they did actually make Worlds with Crowny there. Yeah. And they were essentially one game away from winning a title because they actually made. They never actually made a finals this year. They actually made a finals last year. They made 4 finals in winter. They got beaten by Mad Lions in the.
No, it was spring. It was spring. They got beaten. They got beaten winter by G2. They lost this. Remember, they was up 2-0 against Mad Lions in spring. It got reverse swept.
You're right. Yeah, because that was when they benched Adam for Genax, and then they lost in the round before the finals. I remember that. Yeah. And then in spring they got reverse swept by Fnatic before MSI.
Yeah.
And then this year summer they played League of Legends. They weren't making any finals in summer. They were just trash.
Oh yeah, no, they was garbage.
And then in the season finals, they beat what's the fucking hell? They got clapped by Fnatic in the first round, and then they themselves clapped SK Gaming, but beating SK Gaming's not anything.
Beating SK Gaming doesn't mean anything anymore. Just seeing the way they play.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then after they beat SK Gaming, then they faced G2, and then just like the last series, this one went to 5 games, and it's like, I mean,
it doesn't mean anything when you're up 2-0, and then you once again you get to that pivotal game 3, we sweep. Nope. Okay, game 4. Nope. And you start swimming. Game 5.
Wait a minute. Nope. I'll get to see the voice comms too. The voice comms for BDS's final fucking series of the year. Oh my god. I mean, I hate it when it pans out like this for teams, because the person that's probably putting the roster together is thinking like, hey, we can get some pretty good players for the cost, but it's like, you gotta at least splurge on one player though, like just one to give you that extra edge. Because I feel like no player on that team gives them an edge in anything. There's no like explosive carry on that team. Adam can be, but it just depends on which meta we're in. And it pretty much is never going to be his meta for the most part, unless it's specifically geared towards those kind of champions. Shao's not like a hyper carry jungler, you know. He's not, he can carry certain games, but he's not like a consistent carry. He's mostly just a role player jungler. Nook carrying is, well, you know, that ship is sailed, honestly. Nook doesn't carry anything but L's. His original name, people forget, his original name was Nuclear Int, actually.
Nah, you gotta change that name. Your name can't be Nuclear Int.
Yeah. His name originally, when he was on Schalke No Fear, before they left the league, he was named Nuclear Int. He was actually one of the worst players when he first started. Yeah, he changed his name to just Nook.
Oh hell no! Nuclear Int.
His name was actually Nuclear Int. And then you had Ice. I mean, Ice was pretty solid for what they paid for him, probably on a decently cheap contract because of his first team. I think they got the most out of Ice that you can. I would keep him, honestly. I wouldn't necessarily get rid of him if you're asking me. And then you have Lebrov, and Lebrov should be stopped. They should stop Lebrov stealing paychecks. All right, we're gonna go to the LCS. All right, let's do the Cloud9 series. We just watched that one today. Oh my god, woo! Just goddamn. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Okay, let's go all the way back to 2020. Let's roll it back, run it back, just run everything back. Time machine. Me, time machine. Yeet. All right, so in 2020, LCS Summer Split, guess who knocked out Cloud9 in the first round to book their ticket for Worlds for the first time ever? It was FlyQuest in that upper bracket round. And then Cloud9 got knocked out by TSM. That's back when the TSM Cloud9 rivalry was actually a really big thing for the LCS. But nevertheless, FlyQuest ended up beating Cloud9 when people thought Cloud9 were going to actually beat them in that series. 3-1! That series was 3-1! Now push it to 2024, okay? LCS 2024 Spring Split. Guess who beats Cloud9 in the upper bracket round? Was that Cloud? Yeah, they beat them in the... Or lost to Team Liquid. No. Yeah, because FlyQuest... Yeah, they went and faced FlyQuest first because they were in third place. They lost to FlyQuest! Again! Unless I'm wrong. Hold on. Unless I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm not. They faced FlyQuest in the upper bracket round. I'm pretty sure they did. Let me just make sure I check this really quickly. Spring playoffs, Leaguepedia. Give me 1 second. Yeah. C9 faced 100 Thieves. Yeah, and then C9 faced FlyQuest. FlyQuest beat them 3-0, too. 3-0. Yeah. This time it was just 3-0. Okay. And then, Cloud9 ended up going to the lower bracket round, and they ended up facing Team Liquid and obviously lost. FlyQuest beat them again in an upper bracket round, 3-0. And then you have this year, continuing in the LCS 2022 summer split, they just beat FlyQuest in the regular season to get that second spot because you get the bye if you get second seed. And then it looked pretty good from their point of view. FlyQuest had struggled a bit more than Cloud9 did in the regular season. But Busio had talked about this last week when they played NRG, was that having that warm-up NRG series was kind of good for them, right? Yep. And then after that, the Cloud9 ended up playing FlyQuest today in another upper bracket round, and they lose to them 3-1. Keep in mind what I just said earlier. This happened in 2020 for a world spot. Now FlyQuest is going to World, so Team Liquid.
Not these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
I gotta see more fucking Whipple inspired. Jesus Christ.
Team Liquid and FlyQuest have punched their ticket to World, and just both teams that we follow lost. We'll talk about 100 Thieves in a moment, but Cloud9 just today just looks even game one. If you look at game one, they played really well in game one up to a certain point. Remember, then they just started turbo losing every fight. The only real reason why they lost game one for FlyQuest was because they just messed up ending the game. That's the only reason. That's the only real reason why they lost. Because at a certain point in that game one, people would say, Cloud9 were ahead. At a certain point, they were. They lost every team fight after like 20 minutes in. Game two, they get just everyone getting gapped. The only person that didn't get gapped today was Thanatos. Yeah. Blabber, gapped. Jojo Peon. Yeah.
Oh no, Jojo Peon was beating it. Quad had his way with Jojo. Like
Quad ran a quad over his ass. Oh my god.
The actual Korean versus the Korean Canadian, whatever the fuck Jojo is. Berserker, I would not say by himself got gapped against Masu. Him and Vulcan.
The fact that Vulcan got gapped by Busio is horrible. Busio actually gapped him today. It's crazy.
Vulcan needs to retire. He's washed. I'm sorry.
How do you get gapped by Busio?
And Busio wasn't even playing that good. He just wasn't fucking up. That was just it.
Yeah. It's what Inspire said. Just go in. Allen. Motherfucker's name is Allen. Holy shit.
Yeah, just tell Allen, just go in.
Just go in, Allen. That's what he did. Like Vulcan just gapped. Berserker and Thanatos were almost not getting gapped, but if you're mid and jungle are getting gapped that hard, like in game 4, it's a perfect game. What is with Cloud9 and getting perfect game? FlyQuest's like, oh, T1 did it. I could probably do it too.
Yeah.
God. Oh my God. Cloud9
got some kills though, right? Because I missed the last few minutes of it, but Cloud9
they got perfect game the entire way.
What the fuck? Because I missed the last 3 minutes of it. I missed the last 3 minutes, or like that's
1 sec. Yeah, I remember they didn't get a single kill. You might be right, but I know I watched it. They didn't get a single kill.
Because I remember at one point
just absolutely stomped. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, because I saw 5-9, and then I was like, what the fuck is Cloud? Why Cloud9 keep getting perfect gamed? It's like, Jesus. What is it with Team One to just what is it with Team One to just fucking teams from the West? 16-47, 17-34, perfect game. Team One was 4v5 against Cloud9 last year. Just remember that this nigga Faker chose Silas into Oriana. Didn't even try to. Faker didn't do nothing in lane, and Amedes was still losing. How the fuck? I'm like, Amedes never needs to have a job again in the league.
I'm still laughing at the story that Basically Thorin told Monty on Summoning Insight where basically teams wanted to sign a Menace, but when they told the players who their mid laner was and they said the name of Menace, they said, "You pick him or me. I'm not playing with that guy." That's literally what they said. That's bad. They're like, "I play or he doesn't." That in the offseason when you're making a team, they had actually met each other yet. They were like, "It's a Menace. It's that fucking fat fuck who can't stop stuffing his gullet or me." Good Lord. And I'll say this right now. Speaking of a Menace, I was thinking about this earlier today. A Menace, despite him being fat as fuck, his mechanics were actually really good. He was actually a pretty sick player when you kind of stripped him down.
He's the same thing as Noah. Great mechanic. Okay, Noah has no confidence in himself. A Menace has confidence in himself. His thing is he thinks he's better than what he is. He thinks he's better than he thinks he's the best mid lane in the LCS. And because you know who the three mid laners he compares himself to, right? Faker, Chovy, and Showmaker. I'm like, not all three. Two of them has won Worlds, and Chovy has just.
I'd imagine he looks like a Showmaker. I'd imagine he would. Most mid laners still do.
Yeah, because both of them look like they fucking sleeping after goddamn time.
Good Lord. Oh my God. You know what's
you saw that crazy? 55 minutes. You saw that game that was like because it was getting DDoS this year. 7 hours. This motherfucker was falling in the chair, just sleeping in the goddamn chair. I was like, damn, Showmaker, yo.
I would point out, this is the problem with Bwipo, that at Worlds, he's going to get so exposed for. Look at what Bwipo does. He can't really do anything right here. He's going in 1v4 by himself. He always does this. He doesn't even need to do that right there. He could just block and defend for his Jhin. It's all he has to do, but he just has to do something. He just has to be that player that has to do something. He's just that fucking hungry for a play. He doesn't need to do anything there. His team's winning the game. Just Cloud9 going to Worlds is going to get actually astro-fisted. Guys.
If Cloud9 makes it to Worlds.
Yeah,
I mean, I think Cloud9 is going to make it because they are the best of the three remaining teams. They are the best between Cloud9.
We have to face you guys. We have to face 100 Thieves beat Dig in their rematch.
Yeah, and 100 Thieves beat Dig.
Cloud9. Yeah.
No, Cloud9 has to face Dig first.
No, because they were in the upper side of it, they skipped that round. So 100 Thieves faces Dig, and then whoever wins that's what
I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. We have to beat Dig first again.
You actually think you're going to lose today? There's no way. I
don't think we are. But anything at this point could fuck.
I think exposed Dig pretty hard. No one should be losing to him at this point.
And then we just got 3-0 by. And then we got 3-0 by Team Liquid. But I think that was going to happen anyway.
Dude, they played. Oh my God. Okay, so game two was.
Game two had
a lot of kills. It had a lot of kills. It was somewhat back and forth a little bit.
Game one, we got fucked.
Ayla and Tomo. Tomo needs to stop following in on Ayla's engages because in game one, they almost gave Impact a pentakill on Ornn. They almost got a pentakill on Ornn. Oh my God.
Surprisingly, Ornn is actually easy to get a pentakill on if you line up the kills correctly.
Ornn he actually does a lot of damage, honestly. People actually underestimate how much damage he actually does. But game one, they got hard stuffed. And then game one and game three, you could probably toss a coin. It basically looked the same, honestly.
Game three was slightly closer, but not really. Game two,
that bot lane gap is too much. It's not even Tomo's fault. There's really nothing you can do. Either you all in and beat the bot lane, or you don't, and they just crush you. It's really all you can do. No one really thought 100 Thieves were going to beat them anyway. We said 3-0. They're going to 3-0 them. We didn't think about it.
I said 3-1 because
you always do that. You always get that fucking pity.
Because you remember I said FlyQuest. I think I said no. Did I say Cloud9 3 or was that FlyQuest 3?
You said 3-2. Someone. I said 3-2 Cloud9, but then
You remember I said 3-1 T1. He was like, no, it's gonna be 3-0 sweep. I was like, no, it's gonna be one game. Because it's always one fucking game. We said 3-1 G2 over BDS, and it went to 5, but
yeah,
that reverse fucking sweep. BDS.
Four times. This is the fourth time it's happened. Fourth.
I was like, damn, G2's about to just get swept the fuck out of here. And then nope. And I looked at the
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't know how TL even like so TL is gonna be facing off against FlyQuest like it was last split in the upper bracket final match, the upper bracket semifinal match.
It's literally going to be
in the finals.
It's going to be spring all over again. It's going to be
T1. So you think FlyQuest are beating Team Liquid just to get a repeat of spring? If it's a repeat of spring, get it out of LCS. This is just too much repeating. Oh my god.
I think it's going to be the opposite this time. I think Team Liquid beats FlyQuest.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Cloud9 beats FlyQuest the second time around. I hope they do. Because I don't want FlyQuest winning a fucking split. I don't want APA winning a split either, but it's like, if I had to choose between one or two, I don't like Inspired or Whipple more than I dislike. I think APA is a fraud, but that's just me. Fuck. Because you gotta look at it like this.
Like, okay. The only reason I don't want Whipple at Worlds is because his play style is so just
it's lazy. It's lazy.
His play style is like Captain Save-A-Ho. Why did he do that? I don't understand.
It's lazy because he's soft its, but it's not like he's it's not like his impact, no pun intended, is anything on the the thing about it, even when he gets solo killed, it's like, all right, cool. He's not doing it. He's like a worse version of the shot. He's not doing much on the map. What the fuck is he doing? He roams, but he
used to be a lot more impactful of a roamer back when he had the Fnatic rosters, but like you just saw what he did in a game that they're winning. You guys, the game just off. Game 3, they're winning this game. He doesn't have to do this. He just pops his ultimate Renekton, flies in to fight 4v1. For what reason he has to do that, I don't know. Yeah. He just always does this. Like Cloud9 going to World would be bad. Like you can say 100 Thieves or Cloud9, and the result's going to be the same. They're getting 0-3 dropped. Anyway,
I think the only team that might actually do well is Team Liquid, but we saw what happened last year.
Well, last year they did have a weaker roster, to be fair, and they had AP in his first year. But then again, anything could happen, as you know. They might go 0-3 drop too.
Would you say Piosik was worse than Umpty?
Piosik,
I
don't know, right?
Mechanically, he's better, but I think Umpty fits the team better.
Yeah. Umpty just fits the team better. And to be fair, APA is stronger this year than he was last year, because last year he got, how many weeks of play did he have? He had 4 weeks of gameplay, playoffs. Yeah. He kind of just started to be, professionally. He'd been playing for a very long time. I don't know. This is weird, because I don't have any faith in FlyQuest. If FlyQuest faces against any LCK team, second seed, third seed, fourth seed, doesn't matter. What you saw T1 did to them is going to happen to them again. Imagine if they face Gen G. Could you just imagine a world they face Gen G?
Gen G's going to beat them methodically. They're not going to T1 just ran them out the fuck. T1 was like, we ain't got time for this. Get them the fuck out. I thought
T1 beat Cloud9 pretty hard, but god damn did they just butt fuck FlyQuest in the ass.
If I had to rank the three, who T1 fucked the hardest, Battle Lines will always be first. Them niggas looked at them niggas got the fucking Rift Terror and just said, let's end game. They treated the Rift Terror like it was a bear, cracked your shit in 1647. Battle Lines 8. Oh god, Battle Lines. Oh god, fuck.
These are the teams the quality we're sending. The LCS playoffs is so Team Liquid, FlyQuest are locked.
Frescali versus Chovy. There's a world I can. Oh god. Because yes,
I don't want to live in that world.
There's a world that Frescali and Chovy might end up. Oh god, that's fuck. Yeah.
Okay. So, I have to head out in a little bit here, but we'll cover the rest of the playoffs and stuff later on Thursday. But
Thursday we're definitely going to cover the LPL. That fucking. Oh, I was right. I keep telling niggas.
I'm just saying right now, I don't trust Tarzan in finals. I've seen this guy play.
I don't trust Tarzan in finals too. But if you go
Tarzan in finals is an automatic loss.
If you go
right now,
but if you go Dick Ryan LG, make sure they're actually good. told niggas, man, the minute you doubt Weibo is when they actually want to do shit. And top esports, my God, what the fuck's going on with them? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Feels,
like, we know they're not a bad team.
Something about Weibo is like they'll run it the whole fucking season, but when it gets to play, but you give them one fucking chance to play in the playoffs, they fucking work. I don't know, man. This shit's crazy.
No, it's just top esports is like we know they're not a bad team, but the problem here is losing like that to a team like Weibo that's pretty bad, honestly. But Team Liquid FlyQuest locked for Worlds now. So the match that they're gonna play next week is basically just for who gets to be a guaranteed final spot, actually. And depending on who wins out of Dig and 100 Thieves' rematch, because that's still going to be one of the series of all time, then they get to face Cloud9, actually. And then that spot, and then that match, whoever wins out of that, is the third seed, honestly. But I'm going to be honest here right now, guys. FlyQuest and Cloud9 are going to get actually wrecked at Worlds so hard. It's going to be so bad. Just, like, guys, Vulcan is going to get gapped at Worlds so bad. It's not even close. And Blabber Blabber's got destroyed today by Inspired, only playing Ivern. You mind, Inspired didn't even really play a carry until game 4 on Jarvan, but that's just how it is today. So, yeah, you want to say anything before we head out? Anything you want to let the people know about?
I still got to put that video out. I've just been busy, work, plus practicing Pokemon. I've just been busy. Plus this computer, I get 15 minutes before a fan decides to start acting wonky. I'll get in a video. And at the last second, the fucking fan will just ruin the whole video because I can't edit that part out. I was like, shit, okay. And I got one video I might be able to clip around a little bit. I just have to know which part I was talking about at that point. But yeah, nothing too much going on. I gotta get this video out. I'll probably just re-record the intro, put it out in the morning. If there's a band list that comes out, I'll still have it up. It don't matter because it was just us talking about what cars can come back, and just talk about the YCSs, or no, not the YCSs, the WCQs. I was going to do a video where I talk about soccer battle, but honestly, it doesn't matter. I'll probably still talk about the Pokemon Worlds and why the controversy, in a sense, made it tainted the player who won should not feel bad he won, because in technicality, due to the match that was not signed at the time of the act of whatever, they were able to reverse it. It makes sense, but the way they did it that's me. Someone must have went back and looked at the footage, and it's like, okay, it's one of those things. As in the moment you don't catch it, it's one of those things after you catch it. It's like it's one of those things where, like, you think you lost, you're going home, you're going to top 4. It's like, yeah, that puts it puts a stain on Pokemon. It puts a stain on the deck because he ended up winning. But overall, it doesn't put the stain on the player. It put a stain on the deck. And why I say that is because the player should not feel bad for winning. And because when you get that second win, you use whatever you can, whatever opportunity you have to win, you go for it. Yeah. Overall, I'm not gonna say. I don't want to say this is like a bad look on TPCI, but yeah, they gotta look over that rule. Like, it's that whole rule. It's just one of those things where it just didn't look good. Yeah,
if you could, I'll just message James, see if he answers back. Ask him to see if there's any programs that you could use to reduce your mic background noise. That's the reason why I don't hear it. for the most part of it until it blares up because I just reduce your mic background noise.
Yeah.
If you can get a program to just reduce that, should be
I'm
pretty
not.
good to go,
I'm gonna be honest.
But then again,
with you,
at that point, you might as well just get a new rig anyway.
I just need to get another monitor and an actual tower because the issue is the laptop is being overworked. Cause it's got to the point now because I know there's so much dust on the fan. I have to actually open it. It's like that's why I'm saving up to get a tower. I'm actually gonna get a more expensive tower. I'm gonna get a more expensive tower that I get more usage out of it. And the only thing I do is save a monitor. Pretty much all I gotta do is, due to I'm able to sell a good chunk of these cars, I can save that up. Once I pay rent, that whatever money I make from work, I'm making a shit ton. Put that towards that. Sell whatever car that I don't need to sell and all that. That's the main thing. But pretty much I just got content coming out. I just gotta do the intro where I just introduced Gunner. I have to redo it. I didn't realize I sounded a little drunk. I wasn't drunk, but it seemed like I was drunk when I did it. I was like, let me just redo this.
Before you go, that's what I wanted. Fucking almost forgot. Before you leave, Retro Pack. Did you get any of those? I gotta go to my Walmart.
I did not buy them.
My Walmart doesn't carry any because at my local Walmart, Pokemon sells so much. All they do was basically stock Pokemon. I'm pretty sure they're not going to stock Yu-Gi-Oh anymore.
I did not. No, my GameStop did have them. I just did not buy them.
How many cards per pack? How many cards per pack? Is it 5? Or is it?
I have no idea. All I know is 4 packs per. It's 4 packs per thing. It's like 4 packs for 20.
Michael, shut up! Stop it! Oh my god, we don't. I don't even know what 76's sister even looks like. They said she's a liberal, but nope, not going on that road. Nope, not even gonna do it. Okay. Let's see. What was I saying? Yeah. So the whole retro pack thing seemed kind of cool. My Walmart's just not gonna carry them because they mostly carry Pokemon stuff. Like Pokemon just sells better. By far, it sells way better. Like they'll make sure that Pokemon stuff gets restocked. Like one day I'll go there, Pokemon stuff is stocked to the brink. Go there at the end of the month, that shit is gone. That shit is all gone. Good Lord, man.
That's how it be.
Even the small little tins, like those like $10 tins, people buy them because they're just cool to buy.
The Pokemon tin, right?
Yeah. Those little like square hexagon ones.
Dude. I just pulled 2 SIRs out of them today. I got $20.
Those are better pull rates than just pulling blisters.
Okay, this from what I've heard from there is those are kid friendly. Pokemon does something that Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't. They make kid friendly product. What they want to do is each tin, they want to make sure that you walk away with something holographic, that the kid's happy. Like, because at the end of the day, Pokemon's a kid's game. It's not for grown, sweaty adults like me and you, or mostly me. It's not.
To be fair, we are the people investing in the game more than the kids.
But the parent,
I get your point.
The parent, think about this. Think about this.
There was more earlier. Pokemon, like you said, for kids. That pipeline system that they have, there's always going to be new kids funneling into Pokemon.
Yes.
There's always going to be content generations of them.
This league with this league count we had this weekend, there was as many kids as there was adults there. It was ridiculous. And this is the crazy thing about it that people don't realize that pre-release comes up. Most of those, that's where a lot of these kids come and they play, and a lot of them don't want to be super competitive. They just want to have fun. That's the thing. It's like, okay, go to your local pre-release. It's always I always sign up because I like to get the cards early and then need to know what cards I need to pull, what cards I need to buy, what card, because a lot of these cards will be expensive. I usually wait to the day they actually come out. That's the one good thing about Pokemon. Yeah, you get 2 weeks early for pre-release. But when the set actually comes out for worldwide, it's not LGSs, they take 2 extra weeks. But I thought that was bad at first, but it's actually a good thing. It gives you time to actually get the card because Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't do that. If you need to get motherfucking what's the card? Feed Smith and Graver, you got a week. You got a week from the premiere the week before to that Friday to get it. If you want to go to the WCQ, they don't give you 2 weeks. They give you a week. It's barely that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go to the store. You have to. It's when people say Yu-Gi-Oh is you gotta is pay to play. It is Pokemon. Okay. Pokemon at a casual to local level, it's not pay to play. Build every deck, and you can be competitive. Will you always win? No, but will you have fun? Yes. If you want to be a world competitor, it is pay to play, and not because of the cards, because of the tournaments. Because think about it, a Pokemon regional is equivalent to a YCS in a sense where you got to get a hotel, travel. That's why I last second said I'm not going to Baltimore. I just didn't have the money. Plus I had to work. I had to work. If I you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fuck yeah, I'm fucked. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna skip this weekend. I'm gonna skip Baltimore. I'm gonna practice. I'm going to my local, play whatever, you know. But it's like, in a sense, it's like I'm trying to become a professor at a store at Stanford. If I could get this store open sometime next year, we could run our league on Sundays because then we can have the pipeline, 2 in this city, 1 in my hometown, get that running, and if people are willing to go and play and travel, you're in that sense where it's like that's what people want to do. It's like the reason why most locals fail because either people don't want to go there because of the owner, or they just don't feel like that owner is helping out the player base. And that's the same about Pokemon. Pokemon is all the card guys are paid to play. It just depending on how One Piece you can build a deck, but if you want to be competitive, you're gonna have to get some of the high value cards. Yu-Gi-Oh for even a low value card, and when I mean low value, I mean a card that not gonna be in every deck, but it's so good that you want to consider playing it. You have to buy it. Feast Mystic Raven doesn't go into every deck, but it's going to the majority of the decks, and you need 3 of them. And Konami bumps the rarity instead of being at $40 a copy, it's $100 a copy because they're so hard to pull. It's like holy shit. It's like Konami knows what to do it. It's Konami. Oh, but no, I'm telling you why. Because you go off the rarity. It's what 10 secret rares, 2 per pack. You gotta look at that, and you gotta calculate all that, and Konami could go back down to 8 secrets, make that you get a playset, but they choose not to. They choose not to because they took rares out. Once Konami took out rares in the core set, is when everything got significantly worse, and people don't want to admit that, or they probably do just don't care. But Pokemon, when it comes to pay to play, it's only for people that want to be world champions. Because once you go past the local levels, when you start making the $10,000 if you win a regional, the $1,000 if you top 32 in a sense. Like that the entries are $70 for Pokemon tournaments. But think about it, you get a play mat. I think you get a deck box. You get dice. You get stuff that actually makes sense. You get a play mat that it's going to be worth about $120 because those are so hard to get you get a play stamp card for saying that you went to a regional. Like what have I want to go to Baltimore? Yes, but like sometimes you just be like, you know what, the money ain't there. The money, my drive is there, but I just don't got the money because of life and shit. Like and all that.
Yeah, food, expenses, hotel, all that stuff is
hotel, traveling down there. The entry fee is you got to pay the entry fee. And you know the issue is that I don't like about what Pokemon did this year is non-refundable. That's what fuck. I was like, fuck. That's me. If I get fucked at work and I can't go, that's just $70 I'm never getting back. Shit. That's why I'm like, I was like, fuck. That's why I was like, yeah. That's why I decided not. I decided against it like a while back. I was like, I can't because I was like, fuck, that. But yeah, other than that, that's Pokemon in a nutshell. It's
Yep.
all overall it's in a very good state. If there's things they could have fixed, yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. I look at Pokemon, I'm like, all the issues I see in Pokemon, I'm like, I wish those issues were in Yu-Gi-Oh. Like,
Yeah.
non like Yu-Gi-Oh gets $25 to get 5 packs, and that's it. It's like, all right, cool. Like Pokemon, you don't get packs, but you get a whole playmat. You get a playmat. This means you can walk in and not have a playmat, already sign up and get a playmat.
Yep.
There's people that told me that they went to a regional just to get a playmat. They didn't even care if they were X9 or they're like, I got a free playmat. That's me. Like shit. Hey man, sometimes it's not free, but you get enough stuff that you can sell it after, and then get a playmat from the Pokemon Center store. But yeah, it's just
All right,
crazy.
everyone. And as we wind down the show, as I told you guys, I'm going to be consistently uploading videos from here on out. This does not count towards the podcast or the game streams, actually. I got a lot more stuff in the works for you guys that I've been working on behind the scenes that you guys will see very, very soon. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Chaz's channel. Mr. Blanks, the Cloud9 podcast is currently getting uploaded to Rumble, currently on season 3 and almost done with season 3. When all the episodes of this show are there, I'm going to be streaming it between YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. It won't be on X anymore. Only show I really want on X is just the Iron Man podcast, actually. Everything else is just kind of better suited for, sometimes Twitch, but it just depends. Like game streams will most likely be on Twitch. I'm just kind of deciding on where I want certain shows to be. But the Iron Man podcast for sure is going to be on X, actually. And the Iron Man podcast and Cloud9 podcast, new episodes getting uploaded to the podcasting platform. So if you cannot watch and listen to the show live, you could just listen to the show, actually both shows, on your favorite podcasting platform of your choice. Not WZ. Andrea asked me. I'm working on it right now. I'm getting everything prepped for it, so don't worry about that. I'm gonna be back. Don't worry. I'm with Yu-Gi-Oh for life. I'm never quitting. So just keep that in mind. I was thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh today. Well, we have the I want to get all the little Yu-Gi-Oh Happy Meal toys right now. I'm just waiting on the rest of them to come in. We're not going to get Red Eyes Black Dragon because, reasons. Because America's stupid and we can't have nice things here. Damn. That's some pretty big old titties the girl got. But yes, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Cloud9 podcast. And if you guys do not remember, because I will announce it here once again, just to remind you guys, Cloud9 podcast showtimes Sunday, 7 p.m. PST, Thursdays, 8 p.m. PST. I should be going to the movies on Tuesday to see Blink twice, and then after that, I don't know what other movie I'm going to be seeing outside of The Union. I was going to watch The Union yesterday, but I was just so tired. My whole body just collapsed, and I went to bed until like 11 o'clock at night. And then I woke up and took a dump, took a shower, ate some pizza, and then felt like asleep again. So that was a night, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'll be watching The Union on probably Wednesday going into Thursday, actually, because we'll do the open spoiler discussion for that on Thursday. And that's it, honestly.
Yeah.
Nothing else. We had a
pretty
good show tonight.
And for this Thursday, the show will be on, I don't know if you're able to, 7 p.m. PST, because I have to go to work early Friday morning.
Oh, so you can do it at 7? That's fine.
I can do. I'll do it as soon as I get home because I got like an hour to jump on. Because I got two. At the latest,
if the open spoiler discussion goes a little bit, even over an hour, just a little bit, we'll just start it right after it's over.
Yeah, because I gotta go straight to sleep after. I gotta be up. I got 12-hour shifts Thursday and Friday, and then I got a 16-hour shift on a goddamn Wednesday. The Wednesday before I was supposed to go to Baltimore, I got a 16-hour shift, and after that, I got Thursday and Friday off. That's what I'm just. If I'm not going to Baltimore, I'm probably just gonna be working out, chilling. Cause I was like, fuck me, shit. Goddamn motherfuckers want to goddamn smoke weed and get fired and blame me for it. I'm like, bitch, the hell you coming in smelling like weed?
Oh, God, man. Good Lord. We walked out today, it smelled like straight weed. Like, people are just fucking drug addicts now at this point. It's crazy. Not even need medical marijuana for like medical purposes. People are just straight up drug addicts.
And the sad part about it, you remember I said this years ago, America wants people to be dependent on drugs. This is idiocracy all over. You got, it's like, because you got, like, President Trump is a charismatic person. The issue is that's not good when you need someone to run the country, because half the people that vote for him don't even know his policies. He
put them out. I would hope they have read them, but we know it's not gonna happen though. He actually put out updated policies.
He put out good policies, but no, like I'm not gonna say no one. A good chunk of people don't read them.
And we went over them on the show, and most of them are actually pretty good. There were some ones that aren't possible because that would require like fucking heaven and earth coming together for those to happen. But
that's the thing. It's like, holy shit.
Because one of your coworkers is a Kamala supporter. Just ask him this: why didn't she do anything when she's VP? And then they're just have a meltdown because like she's talking about all this bullshit she's gonna do, and I'm saying like, you know, you guys are in charge right now. You could probably do the things you want right now. Hypothetically, because there's other.
I'm telling you what, you can. You can, but a lot of times shit don't go. The shit don't work like that. Even when you're VP.
That's why I've always hated elections. That's why I've never voted. I just don't like them. It's like because we go through all this bullshit of getting someone elected, only to find out that they can't really do as much as they want because another part of government blocks them if they don't like their policies. Like, oh my God, that's stupid then. You know, I hate stuff like that. That's just me personally. You know, people say you're anti-government. It's like, no, I'm not anti-government establishment. I'm just saying that system is stupid. What's the point of putting someone in this much power, but they don't, but they're not really in charge?
They don't have power.
Because they said it's designed to keep them in check, but it's like, well, who keeps those guys in check then? They're keeping that guy.
No one keeps.
Nobody does.
No one keeps the people in the shadows checked. If the president, they don't want the president to be like Putin. It was like, who just has too much power. But it's like Russia has no structure. That's why Russia is what it is. Like, you don't want to be too much like Russia. You wanna, you know. But it's
So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Cloud9 podcast, and we'll see you guys once again on Thursday this week at 7:30 p.m. PST. Actually, have a great week, everybody.